Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today, and we are really didn't plan to go live today, but with the things that have transpired since waking up, it is my birthday, unbelievably, but waking up to text. Apparently, some of this stuff was happening very early in the morning, up in South Dakota. Unfortunately, of course, those who tuned into our live last night have already responded to this as well. We're going to get into this. It is a situation that nobody, well, I guess some people saw coming. There's some comments in here that we're going to try to document, but if you haven't seen it across your social medias, yes, it is true, unfortunately, what we have seen here today. Of course, one of the first posts that came out onto social media was from T Storm Chasers. And this is in reference, apparently there is a flooding style of a situation happening at the Huset Speedway currently right now. So gonna just run down all the information that is out there, what's going on. I'm sure a lot of people are I mean, obviously, we're going to get into some other stuff because there's already people trying to blame me, which is insane. But regardless, this is the post that was posted 2 hours ago, but we got some other videos, some other posts to look at as well that's happening, things happening on the scene of the Huset Speedway. Big racing weekend. This was the worst time this could ever happen for Husets, especially. It's a crazy situation that I don't think anyone saw coming. Unfortunately, once again, we're going to get into the scenario. But regardless, you're looking on your screen, T Storm Chasers, multiple agencies en route to Huset Speedway for water rescue. Reports of multiple people trapped. The water is rising quickly, trapping those in the campground area. So this is what a lot of people saw. People were saying they had two brothers there, etc. Why would anyone go camping in this weather anyway? Obviously, they don't know about racing. And then that's where you kind of go searching what's going on. So this is a video that was posted by MedStar Dirt Track Rescue Team. They were live. And this is some of the images that came out, or video that came out in this post. This was a live video that was posted an hour ago, it shows. And you can kind of see this is not a great situation. This is off of the turn 2 area, I believe. But you can see vehicles or campers extremely low. I mean, up to almost the nose of that camper right there. And you got to feel for that guy especially, just because that is I believe that's one of those rental campers. And so this is the part where it all turns for, obviously flooding, insurances, and all this stuff. This is going to be an insurance nightmare, I'm assuming, with the flooding that's happening. And that guy who rented a camper to go to the Huset High Banks Nationals week, that guy is, I don't know what's going to happen there. This will be very interesting to see how this whole fallout occurs. So not only do we have this video showing extreme depths, we also had some people on the scene, woke up to some of these messages where you see, the depths of the camping ground. Of course, I do not believe this affected the more so north side of the camping grounds. This is the more so south eastern side of the camping grounds, and moving forward up into the rest of the facility. So basically turn 2 and off to the southeast would be your southeast camping grounds, and then the electrical, the hookup area, that would be more so off of turn 3 on the other side of the pitting area. Hold on, let's get this centered for y'all. So this is a video that was sent to me of the actual rescue services rescues taking place. A boat out there, you could kind of get a gauge for how deep it is at that point where this rescue's happening. So we're talking about chest deep almost here at certain points of the speedway. and rain's still coming down. And that's going to be the issue here is rain is, I believe, forecasted for the rest of the day and into tomorrow and even Saturday morning. We're going to get into what the track has posted here soon. Not sure if there's been any updates since we started putting things together here, but this is the situation at hand currently. You then also have these images that were posted by 410 Sprint Car Updates on Facebook. These are somewhat, it looks like earlier in the day potentially as well, because, well, actually, there's the Cruising USA or Cruising Rental camper right there. There's a overhead kind of shot that was in this post as well. You can kind of gauge where things are at. So that's how I was talking about the southeastern side off of turn 2 of the track is where it seems like a lot of this has happened. And you can see the creek or crick as some of y'all call it wrapping around there. And that part, this section over here, you know, usually this part that you see the dry camp or the campers in between, you know, I guess the flooded area you would call this at this point. Here, more so southeasternly near the bank, that bank is usually about a 10 to 15 foot drop into a little creek. I remember being there last year before we had our instances and situations happen. But it seems like it is that sector, but that sector also is, and then you can see over here to the right of the screen at the top right, that's your electrical camping. You can kind of see the little circular area of the camping grounds to the top right of this image. And then you see the haulers down the center. And then this all is traditionally camping areas. And it looks like that the camping area has sustained issues. Dry campsites, of course. And then even some into the pitting area. I mean, this is a image, obviously, of Austin McCarl, the Country Time Builders machine and hauler. I mean, that is halfway up the front tires at the front of the car. It does look like the pitting area most people are trying to get out, could get out, should get out. But you see here where the truck could probably start up, but it needs to get going because, like I said, the rain, and we can get into the forecasted rain here soon enough, but it's not going anywhere technically. So this situation is continual. That's the only issue here. We did have a overhead shot that was posted by Brian Durham. This was posted, let's see here. It doesn't have a timestamp on it, but you can kind of get a gauge of the entire scenario. You see there, that is the scene with the actual haulers down the center of the pitting area. And like I said, this whole main flooded area is off of turn 2 and looks like potentially only going to get worse. And that's the concern. I think that's why everybody's down there trying to get out. And like I said, insurance nightmare. I mean, these are some buses, and this guy's saying it. I mean, these buses down here are pretty pennies, guys, that are still at this moment of this video still trapped down in there. So yeah, you have this situation where this is a lot of money, obviously, on the line for the Huset Speedway trying to put this show on. And then, you know, obviously, you know, we talked about the payouts at, or we talked about the payouts at Knoxville, and this race was going to be somewhat of a better payout for the sprint car racers. It's one of those few events where, you know, sprint car racing is going to get paid what it's deserving. And you have this happen. So not only is, you know, the race that is trying to get back to the sport taking a hit here, you also have, I mean, we can only estimate how much these buses and things are worth down here in the flooded areas of the facility. But it is not good. It is not good. Hold on, I am talking to somebody who is on the scene. Of course, there's Tim Black. Teams were told to get rigs out of the pitting area at Husets, but some of the campers are not so lucky. And then you have somebody taking a photo here just waving knee deep and they're happy about it. I don't know how you could be happy, Sean. Sean's off to the side, can't believe it. I mean, of course, last night we were, I guess, joking. I've had issues, obviously, with Husets and the stuff up there. And I was saying last night, we've already had, actually, somebody's already tried to blame me. Where's that image at? Somebody's already tried to blame me. They sent this image to me. They said search and rescue going on at Husets, that Creek River, out of its banks, and lots more rain today. A lot of RV in campgrounds can't get out. Oh wow, Chaz's fault. And then they also sent me. I was like, why is it Chaz's fault? They sent me this little clip here. This guy sent me this clip. Let me.
And when you say
they sent me this clip, listen to
I've been trying to tell these people.
We said this on the show last night because we, like I said, I'm not up there at Husets for personal, not vendettas, but issues. So this was being said last night, and they're trying to blame me. I don't understand how, but
bigger than God. None of them are big. I've been trying to tell these people they're no bigger than God. None of them are bigger than God. And when you say something bad to the truth, and this is the deal, Sean, in the world, when you say something or you try to restrict truth or you are mean to the truth teller, God will make you pay. God will make you pay. Raining, fire and brimstone, or just raining.
I just can't. I can't believe they're trying to tie the two. Obviously, I was just talking about raining out, Sean, last night, the race. I wasn't talking about on my birthday waking up and finding the Houston High Banks Nationals flooding with campers and all this chaos.
Maybe you should be a fortune.
God may be wanting to do that, but that wasn't my plan. No. That wasn't what I was saying. So I'm discrediting this entire post right here. But we do have a live caller who's wanting to talk about this insane scenario that's happening, seeing me live here on the topic. And we will try to get them on the line. Reactions in the chat. I'm sure there are some people in here. This is insane what has happened here. But we'll try to get this caller on the line. But yeah, once again, those trying to blame me. I feel like this is Eldora all over again. It's like, what? How? It's like, how can I be blamed? Did I curse them? Although, if you want to mess with the Chaz, it doesn't look good. I mean, it doesn't look good, Sean. Let's see here. We're trying to get this thing to work. Come on now. We got somebody who wants to call in, and now the Facebook wants to be slow. But yeah, this is insane. No one really, I guess some people said they saw this coming, Sean. Did somebody, where was that comment? I saw people saying some things. Huset Speedway posted that due to intense rainfall overnight and this morning, tonight's World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series race has been postponed. More details will be released. Now, it just says tonight, Sean. But once again, I mean, we can go to weather.com. This is not looking good. And this is why, people were upset that Jacob Allen said he was coming and he didn't go. This was one of the reasons a lot of these guys veered away from coming, and Jacob Allen stopped at Lincoln Park, which was a great race, by the way. Emerson Axum did win it if you didn't tune in. But this is the projected forecast for Brandon, South Dakota, which is where the track is located. I mean, we're at 60% until 1 o'clock. Then it does die down. But at 6 p.m. tonight, Sean, heavy thunderstorms. It doesn't even say thunderstorms or scattered. It says heavy.
Yeah, I read
89, 80. We stay above the 60% chances of rain all the way until 5 a.m. And then it's at 40. 15 dies to 15. And then it looks like you're kind of clean. That's going into Saturday, obviously. Tomorrow morning, it does lighten up at 1 in the afternoon. It lightens up. Rain chances still in the forecast. You go into Sunday. Sunday is the open opportunity. But if your grounds are flooded, Sean, and you're about to look, I mean, based on the forecast here, it's going to only get worse.
So they're saying 2 to 3 inches of rain today. That's a lot.
Well, and overnight was just as bad. So, I mean, And overnight's going to be bad here. 6 p.m. It looks like it's going to have sustainable rains, I would say, based on this, from at least 6 p.m. to midnight, potentially from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. That's a 10-hour swing, Sean.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
That is not looking good. Not looking good at all. We got several people that want to call in. Let's see if we can get this first caller in. Connor, you were there. What exactly happened from your perspective? This had to be pretty insane to get, coffee's one way to wake up in the morning, but this is a whole nother level,
Yeah, so fortunate for us, we were in the electric side, and everything was cordial. I mean, we were on higher ground, but I had some family and friends over in the dry camping area, and I got a call at like 7 this morning. They're like, "Hey, we're flooded." One of my buddies took my golf cart over there last night, and he's like, "I'll just bring it back in the morning." And he's like, "I'm not gonna be able to get your golf cart to you." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "We're flooded." He's like, "How does this thing handle through the water?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've never had it go through the water." And so he's like, "Well, you got to come help us, come over here." And so I hopped in my truck and went over there. And by the time I got over there at like 8 o'clock, everything was pretty well flooded. Guy told me, everything's at your own risk. And they were running like some bobcats and stuff like that, of that nature, trying to help people, get people out. And then people were just kind of panicking, and not really panicking, but putting a pep in their step. And I just started throwing shit in their trucks or vehicles. And some people, it was too late already. There's nothing they could do about it. And then I would say probably about 9 o'clock, I think the first responders and stuff showed up with their dinghies and all that stuff. So it was, I've never seen something like that. It was crazy. That whole river that runs by it, came up. So, it was nuts.
Well, and not only that, that's something that I was thinking of is like, what's going to happen in the insurance department here? I mean, this is insane. I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, there was one guy with a rent-a-camper, Connor.
Yeah, I actually watched that guy try to go for it. Everybody was cheering him on. And then
I don't mean to laugh, but you mean try to go for it. What do you mean? So this, I'm sorry, this is not a laughing matter, but how you said it, trying to go for it.
He wanted to get out there just as bad. I don't think he's going to be getting his deductible back, but he was hammering it. We were all cheering.
We got evidence now. You've testified that this guy drove it off into the water. I mean, this is bad.
Well, here's the thing. There was water everywhere, right? I don't care where. He started in water. We're like, hey, well, what's the worst that can happen? So
he went
had
for it.
Pretty big fan base. Oh, he had to. There was other people.
I'm sorry.
I watched
guess
the guy
we need
that
to laugh, Connor, right? I mean, at this point, we got to add some comedy to it, I guess. Jeez. They're trying to blame me. I was on the show last night, Connor, saying when you go against the truth teller, I have my issues up there, and I said, when you go against the truth teller, God will make you pay. I said hellfire and brimstone, or sometimes just rain. And then I wake up today on my birthday, and this is happening.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I didn't happen to catch your show last night, so like I said, I was just trying to help everybody out, but everybody made it safe. I was really impressed, though. I will say I was really impressed how fast people were responding. The track team, were doing great to try to help everybody. So, I mean, there was people that couldn't even get out, like where I had some friends and family, all those people, they had, whether it was motorhomes or toters or whatever that stuff, they were kind of SOL. I mean, I own a 1-ton truck, and I got stuck just trying to get to them to get my golf cart. My golf cart, when we were taking it across trying to go through the river, it actually started floating at one point, and but we made it. We had a heavier guy on the one side, so we made it across. And
there's some. I mean, these ain't the old mid 2000 campers or fifth wheels over here. There's some buses, a bunch of them.
Yeah. There was just one in particular. It was a blue one, beautiful rig. I mean, I don't know what they're worth or anything, but they're not cheap. Right? So when we left, or when it started, we could see his bottom of his rim. When we left, about 5 hours after everything, we couldn't see any of his tires or his rims.
Wow.
So
yeah,
it was crazy.
Wow.
It's I guess there's a river that runs behind there. There's 3 rivers that can join or something. That's what I was being told. But then the sheriff had everybody going around, and telling people to leave, and it was quite epic, I guess. I've never seen anything like it. And I guess now, I talked to some people as we were leaving, the highways are closed. So I-90 is flooded, I believe, and then 75 was flooded too. So I'm not sure what the road is from now.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. This is an insane situation to witness. And it didn't look like it got into the actual racing camper area, but it did look like that some of the haulers, got their feet wet at least. What did you see from the actual race hauler area? Did you see anything from there?
Yeah, everything was flooded. It just kept rising and rising and rising. So, like I said, at 7 this morning, there was haulers starting to pull out and stuff like that. And then they just were getting stuck like here and there. I mean, them trucks and trailers are so heavy, right? So they started getting stuck, and they were pulling them out with like loaders and bobcats or, heavy equipment. But yeah, as far as the race teams, I didn't see inside the trailers or anything, but I would assume, no matter who you were or where you were, you took on a good amount of water.
Wow. I still can't believe you said this guy with the Camper USA just went for it. How did that go? I need a description, Connor.
Well, he was hauling the mail, right?
You got the picture that we see of this camper halfway up. You got these fire safety guys looking at him like this was a moment when he went for it.
Well, he was like going, and we had to, like, everybody was trying to get out because there was high spots and low spots, right? Well, he started in a little bit higher. Well, then it got low and then it got back high. So he made it to like the first section. It kind of reminded me of like a dirt bike and a whoop section, right? He got over the first humps and then it was just kind of hairy from there. And actually went back to my camper to drop off my truck, and then I got a ride back up so I go get my golf cart. And when I came back, he was waist high in water and he was carrying a suitcase above his head. It was super comical. Super comical.
Oh my God. And this guy, I mean, he's probably the most liable of everybody, you think, because this is a full rental,
No, yeah, I don't know. People they started just taking their own lanes, and everybody I thought we were at like a mud fest of some sort. I'm like,
now, did some people make it? Like, did some people go for it and make it?
Oh yeah, I was seeing guys just hammering it. They had 3/4 ton or 1 ton trucks and pulling campers or fish houses or whatever they were pulling. Yeah, guys were making. I seen a guy pushing water that was higher than his front bumper, and he was just, people were cheering and stuff. It's quite comical. You feel bad, for those that didn't get their stuff, but at the same time, they probably didn't expect it, and I think everybody just kind of got to the ball a little bit too late. So.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some people. I can't find the comment, but some people said they were warning people because I guess this has happened before. I have seen the images where Husets has went underwater before.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it. I've never been to something like this to where it would happen. I mean, sure, I run into rain delays at the races and stuff like that, but when you're being told that you gotta leave, it's like, all right, this is probably serious.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Progressive are going to be down a little bit in the stock market this week.
So you're actively trading? I mean,
I'm just saying. There's a lot of money sitting out there. I think that I've seen a 4-wheeler, a dirt bike. I guess that guy one of his neighbors said him and his wife got in his truck and just left, and nobody knew where they went.
Nobody knows where they're missing? MIA? What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I guess they were going around knocking on people's doors, just to be cautious and like, hey, you better get up. And yeah, they said, yeah, this guy was here, and him and his wife just got in the truck and just put it in 4-wheel drive and just took off. And I'm like, what? You just leave everything? Like, do they have any kids or anything? Are they with them? What's going on?
Oh my God. Well,
we got the first.
Go
ahead.
No, you're fine.
I said we got the first responders knocking on doors, making sure that they're sweeping the units. So.
Oh, wow. This is in Mitchell, South Dakota. You got stuff flooding. Like I say, highway. I believe you said highways flooded and shut down. This is other images.
Yeah, I-29 shut down.
Wow. There's cars under the water. Oh, wow. So this is a regional thing. And And this is a reason I didn't go, you know. Sean here watches Storm Chasers, and he was saying earlier this week that this was going to be like a flood tornado warning area, you know. So, and
Right.
Huset's has had a tornado, I believe, hit before. They had to do a cleanup.
3 years ago, I think. Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't like kind of nothing or something new. This is another area. I think we're seeing that blue one that you're talking about. That really nice.
Yep. Parked by a fence.
I think so. In this video here, I think there's an image as well. Yeah, he's dead center in it. It looks like. Let me see if I can get a better picture. I think you might be talking about. Yep, right next to a fence. This guy right here. That's an insurance claim that nobody wants to pay for.
Right. So the current is pushing. The river's flowing right into his camper, so he's going to have all sorts of debris banked on the side of him.
Wow.
Yeah, coolers were floating, trash was floating. It's crazy.
Imagine being drunk as hell last night partying. Go to sleep at like 5 a.m. You know, fucking, you know how you get all drunk, just and then woke up in an hour and a half with the biggest fucking headache there is, going underwater. What the hell? Why are we laughing? This is torment. You fucking drunks.
So it's not funny. But
it's not,
my buddy in fact was drinking until 5, and I called him, like, you gotta get up. We're flooded. And he's like, yeah, I'll be up in a little bit. I was like, no, like, you gotta get up. You're underwater.
We're going to hell, Connor. Well, they're going to hell. They should have kicked my ass out the track. This is payback, buddy. No, I'm just playing. But
they'll probably send me back if I go to hell, anyways.
Yeah, well. Yeah, too good, too good. I was trying. There was a picture. There was a picture of this track underwater before. They've been making jokes. I saw somebody already post like a boat on the track from the old flooded pictures. I'd have to find it here on the Facebook. But yes, this track has sustained floods before. And oh heck, I can't believe I can't find it right now. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, I'd love to find the locals who were saying they tried to tell them last night, you know, this isn't going to work, you know, because of that. I guess there's a history of flooding in that piece of the track, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I've been there a handful of times, and I never really thought I'd be in a flash flood warning.
Right.
But
I'm trying to search. Yes, here it is. Okay, so I knew this had happened before. We did just pull up the images. So this was a picture prior. This was from, I'd like to figure out what date this is from. It's not given a date, but this is a prior picture of Husets underwater at some point. I don't know when this point was, but this track has went underwater, and this is I mean, I don't know if you could see the live. You're on the phone, obviously, but this image here, it's not even close. This could be come Friday or tonight or Saturday morning. This could be the image. But this image, Connor, shows the water a car length from the top of the track. The entire pitting area flooded, and it looks like about 8 rows underwater. Of parking there.
Wow.
So this has happened before at this track, and so that's when you got some of these people saying, how could they not know, you know, that this is potential? This was the other image, right, I believe, from that flood that that was referenced. I was trying to figure out when this actually was, but there is no timestamps on these. And this was, okay, so it says this is when it was called Badlands. So this had been a while, obviously.
Sure.
Because Badlands Speedway was the original, or the previous name when the guy came in there and, you know, didn't know what he was doing. But that's insane. This is insane. And now the Outlaws have officially posted on their page that it's postponed for the remainder of the weekend as well.
Right on. Well, I'm going to fly here, dude. I got to get back to it. My phone's buzzing, so
Yeah, well, you're on the Chaz. You're famous now. He was laughing at people, in their Cruising USA RV going for it, so they're coming after you now.
Oh, that's all right.
It is fun.
He's going to took the traction control off.
Right. This is true. Okay.
He'll get him next time.
All righty. Well, thanks for calling in.
No problem. We'll see you.
So that was our on-scene reporter, I guess. Is that what that is? Just random people calling in?
Yeah.
On-scene reporters. Apparently Spike has returned. The world floods and everything crashes down, and now Spike shows up to laugh at everybody. What a horrible person. Chaz can get a pit pass for this weekend. Oh my God. And once again, they're trying to blame me, Sean. Because apparently I said on my show last night.
Well, you manifested it.
I didn't manifest it. I mean, God is real. I mean, I was treated poorly, in my opinion. And even though the world may not know the truth, God does. He saw every bit of it. So, I mean, they ever heard of a solar flare? Keep pushing. No, I don't know what the hell to say. But, anyways, I guess Travis Johnson does want to call in and talk about this as well. We'll see if we can get him on the phone. We will mute it as it's ringing because the ringing noises are so annoying, I would say. Are you there, Travis?
I am here now.
Okay, so what did you want to talk about?
No, it's just, I was headed up tomorrow, and I kind of wondered if they wouldn't be canceling the whole weekend. Like I said, I know you just shown that picture of what happened. I think that was 2011 is when those photos were taken, back when the Missouri River flooded real bad and we had a bunch of rain. But I live in northeast Nebraska, and lately when we've been getting rain, it hasn't came in 1/2 inch to 1 inch portions. It's come in 5, 6, 7, 8 inch portions lately. So, but I don't know if postponing the whole weekend, I think they just need to cancel it and call it good and try again next year.
Oh, you're saying cancel it all?
Yep. Yeah, because, well, you think about it, though. It's a big event. How many people have taken vacation time and spent a ton of money traveling from all over to be there? And
now they got to pay a deductible, Travis. Now they got to pay a deductible.
Yeah, but just think about it. Yesterday, everybody came in yesterday for the 100,000